Episode 52. Should be able to get to where I want to today. One more episode, then I'm going to bed. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... Mayhap it better that we remain positive. Komoi, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me to develop this plan for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be. But I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams, people worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Well, that was interesting. We'll be rude and keep Garuda waiting a moment, just to adjust that. First of all, the usage of the echo there was interesting, in that it's a bit different from what we normally see, I guess. They were a bit more liberal with what the echo was in the Realm Reborn. For the most part, from here on out, the echo is mainly seeing literal events from the past, as far as I can remember anyway. And I guess there are other uses of the echo, but for our sake, the Warrior of Light uses it to peek into people's pasts, or a location's past. And I guess we did that with Sid here, but that was more metaphorical or something like that, rather than a literal event that we were watching unfold. There was also that scene where we appeared to him as a vision of light to deliver the goggles, which I'm not too sure what corresponds to, or what the meaning of us delivering the goggles are to him. I guess there's some kind of feeling about how the land of Eorzea is something more, I don't know, freeing than what it was in Garlemald or something like that. And somehow, the adventurer, the warrior of light, represents that to Sid, giving him the goggles that represent that pivotal point in his life. But more than that, I think maybe that corresponds to something that may have happened in 1.0, the version of the game that was nuked. I think probably you interacted with Sid a little bit more in that version of the game. And what Sid was alluding to was recognizing your light with his third eye or something. Again, more parts of the Guardian lore that I'm not really sure about. Maybe he was indicating that he was able to recognize you as the Warrior of Light, which was, of course, wiped from everyone's memory following the Battle of Carteneau. And then following that, I guess everyone, whenever they looked at or tried to remember the Warrior of Light, all they could really remember was, I don't know, some figure standing against the light or something like that. Whereas Sid is indicating that he was able to remember that it was us specifically. So even if you interacted with all of the NPCs that you may find around Eorzea, in 1.0, they of course don't recognize you in 2.0, Realm Reborn. Except for Sid here, right now, this very moment. That's, I think, what he was saying. The purpose of that cutscene. In any case, I don't really consider Komori as being the Warrior of Light from 1.0, because I didn't play that and I don't know what happened there. But I guess canonically, you're supposed to be that. Well, we'll just RP and say that we aren't. Now since we're about to go fight Garuda, I don't think we really trust, again, our little carbuncle to really do any lasting damage against a powerful demigod. Sorry, PP, but you're gonna sit this one out again. We'll fall back on the old reliable Black Mage, if I can remember how to play that. One moment. It would just be Fire 3 to start, then a bunch of fires, and then we do fire again after using our refill fire ability. Then we do a bunch of fires, and we throw thunder in there at some point. And finally, we do an ice 3, and then a single ice to get all our MP back before going back into fire 3. Couldn't be simpler. We've got some AoE stuff, but that shouldn't matter for a boss fight. Well, not this boss fight. What is it, Komori? Don't tell me you're having second thoughts at a time like this. Or do you truly wish to return to Gridania? Right. As part of the compliance, I keep on calling it the compliance, there's probably a better way to describe it, but the compliance that players need to have access to everything else in the MMO and can't be trapped in a certain area, can't be stranded, we're offered a way back, just like with Ifrit. But of course, it would be a shame to turn back now. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Komoi, for the end is nigh, be it hers or ours. And once more, this is not the hard version of the trial, so it would be a waste of time for any human players. I'll be taking it on with NPCs. It will also help because I'm pretty sure there will be, like the other times, a set of dialogue that we'll have to progress through that we don't want other players to have to wait on us for. This of course will also let us see any additional attacks the boss might have that we might skip if we had high-level players. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. Preserve. She's huge. What are you referring to, Alfred? Keep it together, lad. As I live and breathe. Over there. Look. Amalja and kobold prisoners. But why would the Ixal bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the root with your blood, and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Squawk, slay the unfeathered ones we shall. As an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Komoi. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Komoi. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Why me? Why not the tank? Oh no. Those saved are not in, although we don't have that yet. We don't have the time to cast. Ah, lost my napkin. Can probably finish her off, right? No, no, no. What? How in the house? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken, the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. And let's stop them. No harm will come to you, my children. There is only the beginning, landwalkers. Oh, this is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment, the desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine. You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, You shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. No. No. I claimed you. You should be mine. And that makes 6. One from the Void Scent at the beginning, one from Ifrit, one from Ramu, technically, one from Titan, another from a dragon at the Vigil for whatever reason, and one from Garuda. Still not really sure what those crystals of light tangibly are, why we're getting them or what purpose they serve, but I guess that's why I'm replaying, to better understand that. What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Well, Komori's built different. Gentlemen? These three. We would have been adventuring with them as early on as Astasha, before they were even called Scions, probably something like Aspiring Adventurers or something. It was in my footage somewhere. And their gear changed over time. This guy looks the part. These other two, I don't know. This guy as a healer, maybe? Or is this guy the healer? But this one, I can only hope you get better by level 50.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
We've done it!
Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda, of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
Damn.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty Ifrit brought us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to. No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
"12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?"
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion, and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, guys! Where in the 7 hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
I had forgotten how eventful that sequence of events was. A lot happened this episode. Started with Sid, fought Garuda, and then that. I guess that's not really a lot, but it was dense. Very dense. And now we have something to actually look forward to as a final confrontation for Realm Reborn, the Garlean Empire. Well, that was an experience I'd rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Komori. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, you may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their god, so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Right. Guess we're still accepting the experience as Arcanist. We'll keep going. It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We may have been brought to our knees, but we'll rest, rebuild, and rise once more. You know, I actually thought we were done with the Waking Sands. I kind of forgot. That weapon didn't destroy the primals. It devoured them. Gods only know what else it can do. Good thing I still have these. Perhaps I should just accept these quests while I'm here. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Komori this or Komori that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of goddamned hero. But even I can see that you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place. The Orm Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Cortus, and seek out a man named Wilhelmus, and tell him that Nedrick sent you. And again, another quest that takes us to a dungeon purely for the sake of training, or whatever, for the challenge. No real story behind it, other than the story inside the dungeon itself. This would be the Wanderer's Palace, I guess? Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. The mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy was it worth it. The calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was. An ancient temple of Oshan. Why are they called a palace, anyway? Why is it called a palace, then? Beats me. I just went in looking for treasure, and me and my little feller. Oh, wait. Me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves draped in chains of pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite. Like a king and queen, me and my feller. For some reason I got it stuck in my head that her little feller, was like a pet or something that she took along into the dungeon, but obviously her spouse or whatever. Don't know why I thought the other thing. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that, now would you? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake, and talk to Abazi Chirazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. That one's at least slightly better than just going to challenge yourself at some weird dungeon. It sounds like there's some treasure there to be found. Though of course it's no better than any other treasure that you'd find in any other dungeon. Well, the place is cleaned up, I guess. For the most part. Lights are still off. The place is still ransacked. But nobody's here, at least. I had no idea, Komori. I can only imagine how you felt when you returned that day. Tell me, Komori, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphinote, Komori. Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Oops. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'shtola. Komoy, I see you and Alfinod are safe. And Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. You would not see us undone so easily. Not now. Not when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona. Castrum Sentry. Now let's see what everyone has to say. Gaius may have called it a weapon of ancient Alec, but I saw extensive magitech modifications. An Imperial castrum? 'Twas to be expected, I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Let's go rescue Minfilia and the others. And Y'shtola... we'll have to wait. Let's say, after hearing the news that their friends are imprisoned in a Garlean stronghold, probably a very difficult place to breach, everyone needs a moment to come up with a plan or shore up their resources, figure out what they have to bring to the table before storming the castle. Which means it's time for Komori to enter another training arc. Now the Garleans have a very fearsome weapon at their disposal. Now that doesn't mean that Komori is daunted so easily. After witnessing that event, I think she's finally come to the realization that her quest to summon a demon isn't too different from what all of these beast tribes have been trying to do, and she probably thinks she can do a better job at it. After all, she's built different. She's not going to be enthralled into the grasp of some primal. So she's going to learn how to summon primals herself. At least that's her plan anyway. I actually don't know how this quest will go. I was waiting until now, until we had the chance to meet the main primals of a realm reborn before we actually undertake this quest. You could actually, I suppose, get some of their abilities before you actually meet the primals, which didn't really sit right with me in terms of, I guess, sequencing or pacing. So now that we've met and defeated Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, for which the colored gems on Carbuncle's meter correspond to, as you might have been able to tell, I think we're now ready to actually undertake the quest where we are able to summon them ourselves. Of course, that's all going to come towards a later level, but now that we're level 50, we can take them all on at once. And I think it's a fitting time to slot this in terms of trying to shore up our strength against the Garlean Empire, fighting their super weapon with primals of our own, although that's probably not what Eorzeans want to do. In the very first quest that we do here, we're able to summon Ifrit. Greetings, Komori. It is well you have come, for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. Well, Komori came here to learn how to summon primals from you, but we'll handle whatever you have to discuss first. Maybe fortuitously it will be the same exact thing that we came here to do. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of St. Cornoc, an organization of some of the finest minds of Eorzea, and they have asked for you by name. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an Arcanist, specifically one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. Though I must admit to some curiosity as to how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits. I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer this request, then you will find your contact, a researcher by the name of Imitra, at Upkalu Falls in the nation of Gardania. Alright, and by amazing coincidence, it's exactly what we came here to talk to you about. Haha. Of course, even if we ask nicely, I don't think Dubergheim would so willingly tell us the secrets of summoning a primal. Pretty sure that's frowned upon by Eorzeans. Though I don't actually know how the summoner class is viewed by other Eorzeans. I don't really know the lore. I guess they're not really doing the same kind of summoning if we're allowed to party up with them, other human players as summoners. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Haven't seen this area decorated yet. Dimitra? Hey, wait a second. I kind of know you. You are Komori, I assume? Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you have obviously surmised, is Dimitra. I am a member of the Sons of St. Cornoc. Ours is a Charlian order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Elgin Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We have salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts, describing the existence of a sect of Allegan mages known as summoners. These were arcane practitioners, said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals, and manifest this stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggy. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, one monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the Beastman's savage deities, one must first defeat a primal, and then capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under her belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Byregot Strike, in southern Thanalan. There shall we conduct a ritual of summoning, the austerities of flame. Now I should probably be saving this for another episode, but I'm planning to take my break, a long one, right after I wrap up today. And in between recording sessions, I would like actually the chance to look at the menu for the summoner, get used to all of the additions to the hotbar and all that. Maybe take care of all the hotbar assignments off screen. for the stuff that I'll have at later levels ahead of time. Oh, this is going to be a trial, or rather an instance. I guess this episode will go on long. We went on long for the Titan episode, so I guess this is fine for the Garuda episode. Greetings to you once more, Komoi. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar they wished to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Sigoli Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now, you must focus. Visualize the aether flowing around you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an Iggy wrapped in flames. Eggy. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is not, if not fraught with peril. Not exactly Ifrit. Well, we have no trouble bossing PP around. PP, kill this thing. It's actually much bigger than what I'm used to seeing for an Eggy. We're actually doing the Ifrit right then. Of course, in my recording I failed the actual nail check. The first time I was fighting Ifrit, glad it didn't happen here with the Iggy. Guess I'm over-leveled for it, thank goodness. Most impressive, Komoi. The Fireborn Iggy has submitted to your will. You have mastered the austerities of flame, and that is no small feat. Pray let us return to Apkalu Falls that we might further discuss your achievement. I suppose Apkalu Falls will be the meeting place for the summoner. It's a little bit more accessible, I think, than the secret Black Mage Cave with Kazag-Cha. But a secret cave is fun. This is a truly momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you have bound. In the ancient tongue of the Algan Empire, it would be known as FFXIV, where Egi translates approximately to pure or the essence of. I didn't actually know that. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Egi of fire. I suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming a servant of unyielding stone. You once seized victory against the Primal Titan, did you not? Though I admit I am eager to progress directly to the austerities of Earth. You must be careful not to overtax your reserves of strength. Rest well, and spend some time to grow accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue with our historic research, you will find me here awaiting your arrival with fairly constrained impatience. Interesting. Seems like you're maybe required to defeat the primals in their boss fight to do these quests. I'll have to check the prerequisites, but in that case it would be different from Black Mage and any other class up to level 50, which lets you just level up and unlock the quests themselves at a certain point. As long as you do the self-management job quest, you get free reign to level up whatever job you want. That tooltip told us we get the next quest at level 35, but... Ah, okay. I was wondering if we need more main story quests to progress this, but we just need to equip Summoner. Summoner equipped. Transfer the settings. Update the gear set. And my hotbar is already updated. There we go. Trance gauge. Same as the carbuncle gauge. Whatever it's called. I was thinking that you might be able to take these quests without actually doing the primal boss fights, therefore get the Titan Egi and the Garuda Egi before you actually fight Titan and Garuda. But maybe I'm wrong. I wonder. Well, Gomori is going to consider her newfound power, and consider how she's going to use it to take down the Guardians. While I guess the rest of the Scions work on their own plan of action. We'll reconvene at a later time. Although it's not a great time for it, there are times where you have to take a break, even if your friends are waiting on you.